Okay guys, what we're going to do today is we're going to play What's My Question? I know we've played this 100 times, but I'm going to review the rules. I'll hand out the paper with a paragraph. We'll read it together as a class. And you need to guess what my math question about this paragraph is. Okay? Remember? Yeah? Okay. So I'm going to hand out a copy to everyone. We're going to read it together as a class, but you can look it over once you get it. That's my copy. Okay. What's my question? I don't know about you, but I love to spend rainy days playing board games, and Monopoly is a family favorite. In this game, you roll 2 dice to move a token around the board, which is shown below. The board has 40 spaces. There are 28 properties, 4 railroads, 2 utilities, and 22 colored streets, and the colors are shown below. The remaining spaces on the board include 3 chance spaces, 3 community chest spaces, a luxury tax space, an income tax space, and 4 corner spots, which are go, jail, free parking, and go to jail. There are a few funky rules that are not in the official rules of the game, but families use them anyway. One such rule states that if a player rolls doubles 3 times in a row, then that player goes to jail. My family plays with a rule that says if you roll double ones, which we call snake eyes, then you get a certain amount of money. I wonder what other kooky rules have been adopted by families over the years. By a show of hands, who likes Monopoly? All right, cool. So, as you see at the bottom, it says, what's my probability question? I know we usually just do what's my question, but since we just finished learning about probability, I want you guys to work for the next 2 minutes with the person next to you and try to guess what the question is that I would draw out of this information. What the probability question is that I would draw out. It's 2 minutes.
It's a whole bunch of probability questions. You can find the probability of getting snake eyes. Sure. Probability of...
You can pick one, or you can write a few if you have some great ideas.
Is it also probability of...
Like one of these? Yep, that was one of my things.
I was going to say, what if it was...
Say, what's the probability of landing on the property if there's 28 properties and 40 spaces?
Now the board doesn't give you anything to
One more
help
minute.
you with the probability of whether
Come
you're
up with
going
at
to
least
double
one question.
Right, because there's nothing about the dice.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Has every group come up with at least one question? Yeah? All right, we're going to bring it back in. Okay, so now, as you guys know, I have one question in mind, and your job is to try to guess it. Does anyone want to offer up what they think the question is?
What is the probability of getting snake eyes?
What's the probability of getting snake eyes? That is a great question. It's not my question, but let's solve it anyway. Who can tell me what to do? We just finished our probability unit. Let me remind you that if you all forgot in the past 16 years, we're talking about the odds of picking your thing, so snake eyes, relative to the probability of picking everything, rolling everything else. Okay? So let's try to figure out what everything else is. Okay, let's make a chart. You guys remember this visual of when we're rolling dice? How many possible rolls can there be?
36?
36. Perfect. Whoops. So there's 36 of the total. And how many of those are snake eyes? Snake eyes is a 1 and a 1. So if this was a grid filled in, how many boxes include snake eyes? 1. Perfect. Okay. Does everyone remember this? Yeah? Okay. I love when the probability comes in a fraction, but what if I want it in a percent? What do I do?
So move the decimal 2 places to the...
What decimal?
Oh, crap.
Well, okay, so you're right. So
1.0. You move the points 2 spaces to the left. No?
That would be 100 over 36. So you're right, we have to move the decimal over once we have a decimal. So let's get to a decimal.
Let's do 1 divided by 36.
1 divided by 36. Perfect. Since you guys all know how to do that, I'm not going to solve it out, but good job. That was a great question. Meg, you gave me that question. That was great. That's not my question. Does anyone else have another idea for what my question could be? Yeah.
What is the probability of landing on a non-colored space?
Not my question, but a great question. What is the probability of landing on a non-colored space? I'm assuming you mean if we pick a space at random, not through rolling the dice or anything? Okay. All right, we know again. We need to find the probability. What are the total number of spaces?
40.
40, beautiful. So our denominator is going to be 40. And how many of them are non-colored spaces? It doesn't say that in the problem, but it does say something that can help us. What does it say? Yeah, Lily.
Oh, sorry. Is it? Sorry.
Yep,
It says there are 22 colored streets.
perfect. So
Oh.
there are 22 colored streets. Oh, 18, beautiful. So let's reduce that. I'm going to reduce that.
9/20ths.
9/20, beautiful. Okay, and I would want you to put that in a percent, but time. Okay, these are both great questions. That's not my question. Did you want to know what my question was?
Yeah.
Yes. If you pick a space at random, what is the probability it is a space that requires you to draw a card? So that is going to be on your homework tonight. That's going to be the bonus question at the bottom of your homework. It'll be waiting in your mailbox at the end of the day. And that brings us to the end of class.